Hey pros, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today's video we're going to learn how to work with your hair when you are in the in-between phase and also if you have areas that have breakage. So my client here comes in every 2 weeks to get her hair shampooed. So we use the Hair Repair and Restore shampoo, conditioner, and then we just sprayed on the Elite Hydra Strength Leave-In Conditioner. This is going to serve, number one, as her heat protectant. Number two, it's also going to be her leave-in conditioner. And number three, it's going to help to strengthen that hair after the fact. So when you're working with hair, whenever your hair has breakage in different places and maybe it's just not a time when you want to cut your hair, the easiest way to mold or to work with your hair is to mold your hair. So what I'm doing is I applied a little bit of our Super Growth Serum in the area where she has the breakage. And then I applied our Elite Silk Wrap Foam on her hair. Now, just because she does not have a shortcut doesn't mean that the wrap foam won't help with exactly what we are doing for her, which we are going to be doing just some curls with the flat iron and then comb out those curls. But this is going to lay her hair with a solid foundation. It's also going to allow us to not add any additional heat to her hair in regards to a blow dryer. And it's going to leave her hair nice and shiny, molded, and ready for her to get through the next 2 to 3 weeks until her next appointment. So I molded her down, and then I'm just using some wrap strips around the hairline. The Elite Silk Wrap Foam can be used no matter if you are short or long. I like to use it on the hairline. I also like to use it for my clients like her who is in the grow out phase, and I want certain areas to lay down. When you have breakage, the easiest way to hide that breakage is to allow that hair to lay nice and flat in between the hair that is growing out or has grown out around it. So all I did was spray her just now with a little bit of our Goddess polish that will be coming back in March. And then I'm going to use our H2 Pro 3/10 of an inch iron and just do some tight curls on her. Now, these are not Marcel irons. Of course, there's always one person in the comments, oh, we could have used the Marcel and it would have gave it tighter. Not. Listen, honey, we don't have to use Marcels to do any and everything. I chose to use my flat iron. Thank you so much for your compliment. Thank you so much for your opinion. And let's move on. Okay. So for her, because I know she has that breakage, curls are actually one of the easiest ways to hide or manipulate the hair to appear to have fullness, and the breakage won't show as much. So it's not feasible for everyone to get a haircut, you guys. I don't cut every client that comes and sits in my chair. So I improvise based on the needs of my client. Now, I know for her, she likes to have her tight curls because she wears her hair to church. She wants it to last. So that's another reason why I use the flat iron to create some barrel curls for her. Now, of course, I could have used the Marcels, but I also am a firm believer Marcels are just another direct form of heat, no different from a flat iron. They do the same thing. One is just hotter than the other. So I improvise and I like to use my flat iron to do this. Now, if you don't know how to curl with a flat iron, then you use what is working for you. There is no right or wrong way to do this, okay? Now, I want you guys to take note. Even though we did spray a little bit of our Goddess polish on her hair, we use the Elite Silk Wrap Foam to mold her. If a wrap foam is really good, it will not flake and it won't leave the hair feeling like there's a residue on it. So if you are using any form of foam on your hair and it feels like you have residue on your hair, or your hair feels crunchy, it's not soft, it feels like you're burning product on your hair, then more than likely that is not the right wrap foam for you, and you probably need to switch over to the Elite Silk Wrap Foam. Take it from a pro. Okay, so another pro tip, whenever you're dealing with a client who has breakage, or if you have breakage, the smaller your sectioning, the better. The larger your sectioning, the more you will show that area. So in cosmetology school, whenever we had to do roller sets, we had on base, half off base, right? So the way I'm curling her hair is basically on base. So those curls are nice and tight, and it looks as though I just took out some rollers out of her head. That is really what you want to do, especially when you're dealing with a client where you're kind of in between the grow out phase and you are trying to manipulate the hair and the eye to kind of appear like you don't have anything wrong with your hair. So another thing that I like to do as a pro as well, or another pro tip, is molding the front and giving accent. And by accent, I mean giving it some form of wave, some form of movement, because that is also going to take the eye away from the problem and put the eye on something else. So your hairline is probably the only thing that you actually care about whenever you are doing a style. So this is something that you can use, especially if you're molding your hair, just as I did with her hair. Okay. Now she is salt and pepper, so that's another thing. If you're salt and pepper and you're dealing with any form of situation where you're going to curl your hair or whatever, I definitely recommend using the violet-based shampoo as well. And that will help to diminish any type of yellowing that you can get from the thermal iron that you're using. Now, I just sprayed a little bit more goddess polish on her hair. I'm just going to kind of not necessarily say rake through the curls, but I'm going to use the end of my comb here just to kind of pull through them and lay them in the direction that I want them to lay. So it'll kind of come out like a wave / curl. Okay. I'm not combing through it too much, because remember, she wants to be able to preserve her hair as long as possible so she can wear it to church, she can wear it to work, whatever the case may be. So that's another reason why I'm lightly pulling through the curls rather than going and just combing out all of the curls. As the curls get older or gets older, she can comb through it, wrap it, and she will still have a style. Now, I want you guys to comment down below and tell me if you can see the breakage that you saw at the beginning of the video. I'm more than certain there's going to be 1 or 2 people that says, yes, you can see it. But out of the other 700 people that is not going to say that, because I know I can't see it, I can tell that it's covered really, really well. But curls give so much movement to the eye, you are not going to zone in to the area where there is breakage. So that's another reason why curls are also a good alternative for someone who's dealing with an in-between phase grow out, where your hair isn't super long, but it's not super short, and then you have some breakage in between. Those curls will mask that really, really well, and it will give your hair the appearance of a lot of volume and density. Okay, so that's another pro tip when it comes on to trying to give your hair the appearance of a lot of fullness. Also, the color of your hair will determine how your hair looks to the naked eye as well. So with her, because she has salt and pepper, it worked out really, really well. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to go ahead and thumbs up this video and also subscribe to my channel. And share this with your family and friends. Thank you. Appreciate you. But like I said, you guys, comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought about this quick tutorial. And I will see you guys in the next video. But I'll let you finish watching the style.